And now, your News 13 Skywatch weather.
Well, we take a look at the big map and you can definitely see Arctic air bubbling up there over Canada and in the United States, the northern portions there of the United States. That will work its way into the region, and there it will meet up with a storm system that is just now coming on shore on the west coast. That is the area of low pressure that will trek across the southern United States, meet up with that cold air and bring a messy mix of winter weather to the Carolinas. It will bring that messy mix to a lot of other folks as well. Ahead of it, we have a couple quiet days still to prepare today and tomorrow. The weather will start to decline with the wintry precip as we get into Saturday afternoon, especially Saturday evening. We've got a couple of little fronts that have come through. They're giving us a chance of showers ahead of this big storm system. And for the most part, we're looking at some very light rain showers, especially across the upstate. You can zoom in. In some of our higher locations, this could be a little bit of light snow as well, but it's not the big system that's coming in this weekend. So we'll see a chance of a few of those showers today, tonight, and tomorrow ahead of that approaching winter storm. Temperatures today will climb into the low 50s. We hit 50 yesterday afternoon. We should be right back there again this afternoon. You can see just how many people will be impacted by this one winter storm as it moves from Texas. The pink you can see there, those are winter storm warnings that have been issued. The blue, those are winter storm watches. We're in one from Saturday morning until Monday afternoon. And the reason the National Weather Service office issued that winter storm watch was because of the accumulating threats of sleet, snow, not so much on the cards anymore, and ice. It's mainly sleet and freezing rain that I think we're worried about, at least today. That snow line has really moved back to the north. The storm is moving more slowly, so rather than a Saturday morning start, now it looks like we'll start to see that precip moving in. Here's noon on future casts, so we start to see some of that moving in from west to east Saturday afternoon. Going into Saturday evening, notice all the white. That's all the snow up into Virginia, up into Kentucky. We have a lot of pink, and that pink right now looks like sleet, which are ice pellets that bounce around and bounce off things like power lines, and freezing rain. The rain freezes onto power lines and tree limbs and becomes heavy, weighs them down. So the more sleet that we can get out of this system, the better off we'll be as far as the power grid goes. But we're still going to see some pretty hefty ice across parts of the region that could really cause some issues. That's why we're telling you to prepare for prolonged power outages. And there could be a little liquid rain on the backside of this that could also flash freeze because such cold air is moving in. Snow threat pretty much off the table. We are dealing more with an ice threat. And again, there will be a band in here of pretty destructive, even crippling ice. Not everyone's going to see that destructive and crippling ice, but it's going to be in here. The model's indicating, you know, maybe it's back up across I-40, maybe it's all along I-85, but everybody in here and back up towards Charlotte and Greensboro, down to Columbia, just needs to prepare for those power outages because ice can cause so much trouble, also hazardous travel. Now behind this, the precip comes to an end Sunday night, but we drop back into the teens, so we'll have some freezing. We don't get above freezing on Monday. We're back to almost the single digits on Tuesday morning, finally climbing to 36 Tuesday afternoon. So we'll probably see some improvement early next week, likely on Tuesday.